आइए अब हम लाओ जू के बारे में बात करें। वो छठी सेंचुरी BCE के चाइनीज़ फिलोसोफर हैं। वॉज वेरी वाइज चाइनीज़ फिलोसोफर and many people, many scholars in the Western world are looking towards him to take inspiration from him to solve the problems of modern Western societies. And many of his ideas are actually very relevant in the wake when nature is being destroyed and environment policy is basically unable to deal with the problems environment of the globe is facing. And he says the more laws and restrictions there are, the poorer people become. The sharper men's weapons, the more trouble in the land. So you see, his idea is very different from other philosophers of ancient time. He is not a legalist. He does not adopt a legal approach to solve the problems of societies, political and social problems of a society. And he rather encourages rulers to create conditions in their societies where people can lead simpler and easy lives. And the second two verses which I want to share with you are: the more ingenious and clever men are, the more strange things happen. The more rules and regulations, the more thieves and robbers. You see, in these verses, he despises a legalist approach to public policy, and he also despises the plethora of rules and regulations to run societies. Because, according to him, if we have more rules and regulations, we will create robbers and thieves. But when the country is ruled with a light hand, the people are simple. When the country is ruled with severity, the people are cunning. I think this is the crux of Lao Tzu's advice for public policy makers, that a country should be ruled very lightly so that it can help people to become simple. Because in other case, if people are dealt in an authoritarian way, the people may become cunning. And this is true in many authoritarian societies where democratic governments have not taken rule. The people have become very clever to deal with the authorities of their states, and they are not, definitely they are not leading simpler lives. The second very important philosopher from modern China, from ancient China, is Confucius. And Confucius worked for creating order, harmony, peace, and happiness in this life on earth. Most of his teachings and most of his advice for the kings and rulers is about creating a harmonious society, creating orderly society, and making people happier. In Confucius' teachings, Te means the union of power and virtue. And somehow this idea is a little bit similar to the ideas of Plato, to the ideas of Aristotle, where the virtuous men hold power and the exercise of their power is governed by the ideas of virtue. And he also defines the characteristics of a good ruler or civil servant, and there are four main characteristics: that a good ruler or civil servant must be morally good, he should hold virtue and propriety, he should be able to exercise rationality, he should be moderate, and he should exercise benevolence in his acts. So these ideas are also very important for public policy scholars, and we can learn a lot from both the Lao Tzu and the Confucius to reform our civil services and reform the way our rulers rule our countries.